Welcome, Motenta people. I don't know. I'll have to ask my mother. This statement heralded the introduction of one of Hollywood's femme fatales, Lana Turner, or as we call her, the Turner of Heads. The statement led to the battle between Hollywood and Cheryl, Lana's daughter, for Lana's attention. Hollywood won. Fame exacts a price, and the price it took from Lana was a peaceful life. Lana Turner led a tumultuous life filled with failed marriages, poor attempts at being a mother, affairs, booze, cigars, and ultimately, cancer. Did Lana Turner's daughter kill her mother's boyfriend? Make sure to watch the video until the end and leave your thoughts in the comments. If you are new here, join our wonderful community by subscribing to the Motenta's channel. I planned on having one husband and 7 children, but it turned out the other way around, Lana Turner said. According to reports, she married once more, bringing her husbands to 8. Lana Turner, Hollywood icon and femme fatale extraordinaire, made a name for herself by having an incredible talent and tearing through men like a lioness tears through prey. Lana was discovered by chance and was thrust into the world of movie making, where she began to make an impact immediately. Nicknamed the Sweater Girl, due to the role she played in her debut film, a legal drama, titled They Won't Forget, she impressed the audience so much that they didn't forget Lana's small appearance in the film. What Lana thought would be a one-time thing blossomed into a successful acting career. I made my first movie without ever considering that my walk-on would be anything more than a one-time job, Lana revealed in an interview. Lana's daughter would later reveal she despised the nickname. Lana appeared in another film shortly after The Great Garrick and would join MGM, which significantly increased her pay as an actress. Lana, thankful for her newfound fortune, decided to repay her mother for her kindness by buying a house for her. The sexy actress would also appear in more notable movies such as Madam X, The Postman Always Rings Twice, The Three Musketeers, The Bad and the Beautiful, Homecoming, and Peyton Place. Peyton Place holds great significance to this icon's career, as it fetched her first Oscar nomination. Lana would continue to impact Hollywood and beyond. She helped the United States raise money by helping to sell war bonds. She promised to kiss men who bought bonds worth $50,000, and according to her, she helped raise the military defense by millions. Her efforts made her popular among soldiers, and they hung her posters at the barracks. She was a trendsetter in her days, and she influenced people within and outside America. The First Lady of Argentina during the time, Eva Perón, mimicked Lana Turner and copied her style. The First Lady wore makeup like Lana, dressed like Lana, and made her hair like Lana. However, nothing about Lana can be copied, and no, we aren't talking about her failed attempts at love. As much as she liked men, Lana may have loved alcohol and cigars more. Lana overused both alcohol and cigars. Her obsession with cigars was so terrible that the publicity team edited cigarettes out of her pictures. She continued her unhealthy binge on smoking and drinking until she was diagnosed with throat cancer in 1992. Her radiation therapy was brutal, and it went on for 8 weeks, when the otherwise extroverted actress disappeared from the public. Soon, Lana would announce that cancer had entered remission in 1993 and returned to the glitz and glamour of Hollywood life. She finally quit smoking, according to her daughter Cheryl. But it was too late. The damage was done. Lana's cancer came back and affected her more than ever before, with her jaw and neck swollen and interfering with her ability to eat. At some point, Lana had to be fed with a stomach tube and lost a lot of weight. Her last days were filled with pain until death took her in a cold embrace. It wasn't always the fast life for this sexy Hollywood silver screen goddess. There had been simpler times for her, a life filled with lack of wealth, but never love. The sensual star was born on the 8th of February 1921 to John Virgil Madison Turner and Mildred Frances Cowan in Wallace, Idaho. Her birth name was Julia Mildred Frances Turner. Her parents were working-class people of Wallace, with her father being a coal miner in a local coal mine. Despite their humble earnings, the Turner family had loved to go around. Lana and her parents enjoyed music after dinner, as they loved music. The whole family would sing along to the songs they listened to, enjoying each other's company. However, the happiness between the trio would not last. In addition to his coal mining income, Lana's father worked as a bootlegger and played cards. He used his extra income to get his family the stuff they needed. Lana's dad was great at cards, winning more than people felt he should. It was this luck that ended up causing some fellow card players to attack him and beat him until he lost his life. However, other reports claim he was robbed and attacked after he had left where he was playing cards and was heading home. Lana lost her father when she was 9, the murder remaining unsolved. Her father's death meant she and her mom had to face life together. It was them against the world. In search of a better life and favorable opportunities for work, Lana and her mother moved to Southern California, where life continued to be tough. There was a need to escape from their harsh reality. For Lana, the cinema provided that for her. It was her gateway to another world, and she would save a nickel from her lunch money each day to have the 25 cents she would need to watch movies at the cinema on Saturdays. Lana enjoyed the costumes the female stars wore and would long to dress like the female stars were dressing in the movies. She took a fancy to Key Francis at that time. Little did she know, she would come to set trends for other people too. Unlike some stars, Lana didn't actively pursue a career as an actress. It pursued her. The shapely actress was discovered by chance by William Wilkerson when she played hooky at school and was having a refreshing drink at the Top Hat Malt Shop right across the street from her school. William Wilkerson was the publisher of Hollywood Reporter at the time. He spotted her and asked her if she would want to appear in movies, to which the actress famously replied, "She had to ask your mom first." As it would turn out, her mother gave her approval, and soon after, William Wilkerson introduced Lana to Mervyn LeRoy. LeRoy saw what Wilkerson saw in Lana, and soon cast her in his new film, but not without making some changes. One of the most prominent changes would be her name, as LeRoy felt her original name was too mundane. The sexy silver screen star needed a name that people wouldn't quickly forget. Ultimately, she was given Lana, which flowed best with her last name Turner, her surname. The spicy star would then star in a series of films and had an enviable career. However, her off-the-screen life wasn't all that enviable. The drama that came from her life almost ruined her career. You see, Lana married 8 times, and the longest marriage she had was shy of 2 years. She would have a daughter, Cheryl Crane, to one of her husbands, Steve Crane. Sadly, she couldn't give the love she received from her parents to her daughter. The greatest misfortune she had in life, that almost destroyed her career, was due to a man. That man is the infamous Johnny Stoppanato, a gangster who served as an enforcer for Mickey Cohen, the LA crime boss. Now Johnny knows the way around a woman's heart, and after 4 husbands and looking to have her 5th fresh start, Lana fell for Johnny's advances in 1957. This came against the backdrop of a diamond necklace and lovely flowers. Stoppanato began to show Lana who he truly was. A leopard can't change its spots, they say, and Stoppanato is about the spottiest leopard there is. The man made a living blackmailing Hollywood stars, among others, and while he wasn't blackmailing Lana for money, he made her life miserable. Johnny was hyper-possessive and made numerous threats at the iconic actress, each threat worse than the last. Sometimes the threats came with the brandishing of a gun. Johnny went everywhere with his gun. The whole of Hollywood knew how impulsive, bullish, and arrogant Stoppanato could be. He made a show of it, actually, and what comes to mind is the London incident. When Lana got to England to shoot a film, Another Place, Another Time, she began to feel unsettled and lonely. She needed a familiar face and decided to call Johnny Stoppanato to come join her. Johnny got to England but did more than comfort Turner. He decided to show up on the set of Another Place, Another Time, uninvited, and strutted around like he was the producer. The film was about 2 journalists, a female American journalist and a male BBC war correspondent falling in love. This meant that there would be romantic scenes involved. In the end, emotion prevailed as Johnny lost his calm and reverted to his wise guy side when filming got to the part where Lana and her co-lead Sean Connery had to be romantic. Johnny brandished his gun and threatened to hurt Connery badly. It would seem like a scene straight from an action movie. Connery skillfully disarmed Johnny. Reports said Connery twisted Johnny's hands and slapped the gun away from him. The police arrived, and they helped put Johnny on the plane that would take him back to America. However, this incident was one Johnny wouldn't forget, and he intensified his threats against Lana. Lana tried to break the relationship off. She had had enough of the lies and the misery. Johnny even lied to Lana about his age. He pretended to be older than Lana. To show that she was done with Johnny, Lana didn't even invite him when she was nominated for an Oscar award for her performance in Peyton Place. Turner took her mother and her daughter instead. Wise guy Johnny didn't get the message. He had his teeth deep in Lana and wasn't about to let go. He decided to pay a visit to Lana at her Beverly Hills home, which she recently bought. When Johnny got there, Lana went up to her daughter's room. Recollecting the events to KMIR6, Crane said, "I went upstairs to do a book report. I was in my room when my mom came and said, 'I'm going to ask John to leave. I don't want you to come downstairs, but if you hear us arguing, that's what it's about.'" So Crane was already prepared that a fight would happen. However, knowing what could happen, she didn't actually witness it. The arguments got heated. Johnny, in his usual bravado, threatened to hurt Lana and her daughter. Crane heard this and went to the kitchen to get a knife. A butcher's knife, as reports would have it. In Crane's own words, "I ran downstairs into the kitchen. I don't know what I was looking for, but I found a knife." The 14-year-old girl was prepared to save her mom from trouble. "You want to protect your mother. I was the only one there, and I had to do something," Cheryl Crane said. Cheryl was by the door when Johnny was rushing out of the room. He rushed right into the knife, which sunk deep into him. Wise guy Johnny was surprised, and his last words were, "My God, Cheryl, what have you done?" In remembering the knife issue, Cheryl Crane said, "I ran back upstairs. The door burst open, and my mother was there looking at me, and John was coming toward me. I stepped through the door and he literally ran into the knife." Cheryl's devotion to her mother to the point of defending her from physical harm was admirable. She did this for her mother, despite her mother never having time for her. In her interview in 1988, Cheryl revealed that she would attempt to hug or kiss Lana, but Lana would quip, "Sweetheart, the hair, or the lipstick." Crane spent time seeking Turner's attention, and got so desperate that she took solace in going into her mother's closet when she was out to inhale her essence. Crane revealed one of her mom's husbands, Lex Barker, like Johnny, did things to her. Barker, like Johnny, took advantage of her mother's absence and repeatedly visited Cheryl's room. Sometimes Barker went too far, and Crane would need to be stitched up. Any attempts by Crane to resist meant trouble. When Lana heard of this, she was devastated and ended things with Lex. Still, all this abandonment didn't prevent Cheryl from coming to her mother's rescue when she was in need. The incident landed Cheryl in a juvenile detention center, where she confessed to not having an attorney or anyone to speak to. Her mother was outside getting grilled for even longer, and she dutifully proclaimed her daughter's innocence. Lana revealed the unsavory details of her relationship with Johnny, and soon Cheryl Crane was out, as Johnny's death was ruled a justifiable homicide. However, Cheryl wouldn't go back to live with her mother. She would go on to live with her grandmother, and she became different. Crane turned rebellious, and at some point, she was put in a reform school. Then, she attempted suicide. Her suicide attempt got her committed to a mental health facility, and after she got out, before her 18th birthday, she tried to take her own life again. She failed and came to the realization that she was wasting away. Crane would go on to work for her dad in his restaurant. After decades of keeping quiet, she told her side of the story in her book Detour, and would continue to tell it in other interviews. She really needed to tell her story, as numerous rumors were flying around that she took the fall for the real killer of Johnny Stompanato, her mother. However, are those rumors really rumors? Some of the events surrounding the knife affair seem a bit off, and historian Darwin Porter is determined to reveal the truth. Darwin has claimed to have proof that Lana stabbed her husband and had her daughter take the fall for her. Porter interviewed important figures surrounding the whole affair, with Detective Otash revealing details about how he helped move things around the scene in cooperation with Jerry Geisler, Lana's lawyer. Before Detective Otash died, he said, "I was the one who wiped the fingerprints off the knife in Lana's bathroom sink. I was a naughty boy for doing what I'm not supposed to do." Otash claimed the lawyer advised Lana to allow her daughter to take the blame, and that the daughter wouldn't be tried as a minor. The detective revealed Lana went berserk as a result of seeing her daughter and Johnny sleeping on the same bed. She grabbed a knife she had already kept in her drawer before proceeding to harm Johnny. The police chief, Clinton Anderson, felt something was off as the knife had no fingerprint, but the chief was threatened to look aside or get his career burnt. So the police chief didn't look further, but the question still remains, what is the truth? Too much of anything can be destructive, but Lana Turner didn't learn this lesson until her demise was close. She lived her life to the fullest and made a lot of mistakes, one of them being the way she handled her daughter Cheryl. Thankfully for Lana, she was able to set things right before her demise. She was one of the people that added the gold to the golden era of Hollywood. If only she stopped the fun train once in a while. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. What exactly happened is only known to Lana Turner and her daughter. Many in Hollywood had a lot to hide. Want to know what secrets Shirley Temple was hiding behind her smile? Watch this video.